All right, so the final, this isn't the last of the notes that we're going to record, but this is the last of the subjects. The last bite of the whale is called appropriate units. Okay, and that's what this is guys about. So there are a number of different appropriate units that we measure things in. And I would like you to write the word on the left-hand side and then the unit that we use to measure that thing on the right-hand side. And then you are going to be asked to remember that for the final. Temperature is measured in degrees. Degrees. Let me put that. Temperature is measured like degrees Celsius. Okay, so when you see somebody say a degree, you're definitely talking about a temperature. Time is measured in hours, minutes, seconds, etc. There's other things that time is measured in, but hours, minutes, and seconds are the most likely one. Years, decades. Okay, so temperature, time. If I'm going too fast, then be sure to pause the video. That's no problem at all. Volume. If you measure the volume of Coca-Cola that you drink, you are measuring the liters. Another popular one is milliliters, which is ml. There are other centiliters and so on, but the most common ones you're going to run across. Distance is measured in kilometers or miles. Cost is measured usually in dollars if you are in the United States. Pressure is like how much air you put in the tire of your car, and it's measured in pascals. Area is measured, area is a square, right? So area, like if you have a square and you want to know the area, then that would be a meter times another meter. So that's a meter squared. A meter times a meter is a meter squared. And that is either looks like this guy here, or maybe like this guy here. Mass is measured in grams. Or kilograms. Obviously, a kilogram is 1,000 grams. Okay, please make sure that you've got those on your paper. I'm going to move on to my questions. Yanis fires a pottery. Oh, so each one of these is going to be a ratio. So I want to know two different units, and then I want to make a ratio of them. He's firing pottery. He wants to measure the rate of change of temperature over time. Now, temperature, if I look back at the other page, temperature is the degrees. So it's going to be degrees, like degrees Celsius. Over time, that's going to be a minutes, hours, minutes, or seconds. Okay, so when it says temperature over time, it means temperature over time. It means something like a degree over some kind of a time, like an hour or a minute or a second or something like that. So degree per hour. So temperature over time, degree per hour. So that's this one down here, degrees per hour. So there's going to be two different units, and we're going to make a ratio of those two in these problems. Abadaboon wants to model how a car's maintenance costs change as the distance. Maintenance costs change as the distance someone costs. Okay, so cost over distance. Okay, and I'm going to look back at my table again, so don't yell at me. I'm going to go back. Hello. So let's see, it was a cost over a distance, so this is cost. Okay, so cost is dollars and distance is kilometers or miles. And so that's going to be a cost over a distance, which is dollars per a distance, which is like a kilometer or a mile. And so it's this one here. Katiusha decides to measure how the volume of water households use changes as the area of their property increases. Okay, so the two are volume and area. Okay, now volume is liters and area is meters squared. So that's a volume per area. So I'm going to be dividing a liter, dividing by a liter by a square meter. So let's see, squared, that's tempting, but no, it's got the wrong thing. Liters per square meter, that's going to be the one. Snow is piling outside of Cameron's house. He decides to measure the rate at which the height of the pile increases over time. Okay, so height is a measure of distance. That's meters or kilometers or something like that. And time is a second or an hour or something. So it's going to be something like a meter per second. Meter per second. And so meter per hour, that'll work. So that's option C. Hannah wants to compare the densities, which is the ratio. Ratio is divide, mass and volume. I've already forgotten what mass was. Mass, let's see, mass is grams or kilograms, and volume is liters. So I want a mass and I want a volume. So mass per volume is a gram per liter, or something like that. So gram per milliliter, that's it. Eva is a personal fitness trainer. She wants to measure the rate at which her client's muscle mass, that's grams again over time, which is seconds again, so that's a gram per second. Okay, so kilogram per month, that would do it. The kilogram is more, and month is a unit of time, and so that was kilograms per month. This is the last assignment on their list of 10 assignments that are due before the final.